better look like girl that now keep better press better look like girl that press better look like girl that now keep better press better look like girl that press better look like girl that now keep better press better look like girl that press Inktober vlog. I'm very excited to show you what art I'm going to be making for the upcoming few days. As you could tell from my last Inktober vlog, I had to end it really quick because it was just too long, and so I'm starting off on day 6, and since it is October 8th, I did miss out on the date already to film on that day, but I did get some clips in, and I'm pretty sure you already saw it in the beginning of this video. So I just kind of wanted to update you with what I did for the last 2 days, just because I know in the next coming week I'm going to be super busy when it comes to school, so I'm not going to have time to sit down and film. So along my vlogs, I'm just going to put in the footage for the days I make the art, and then I will sit down when I have a chance and then just update you on what I made, talk about it, how I did it, and that is just how it's going to be for the next coming vlogs. So first I did Strange the Dreamer by Laini. This is a book cover I made. I love the way it turned out. So I used a gold paint pen to do these wonderful outlines and designs, and then this part, the clouds, and this like gold part are all watercolor. They're like the metallic watercolors I've been using recently, so I did that for the book cover, and I love the way it turned out. And then I also did a quote that says, "If you're afraid of your own dreams, you're welcome here in mine," by Laszlo Strange. The reason why I chose to do this too was because I'm also doing a reading vlog. This has become one of my favorite books of all time, so I want to make a dedicated vlog for that. And then I'm going to be starting the second book in this duology, and this is Muse of Nightmares by Laini. So this is basically just a book series I wanted to dedicate a vlog to, so I'm also gonna just incorporate it into this one as well, because I did make art for it specifically because of Inktober and for that vlog. And also on the sides of the pages I decorated as well. As you could see, I did it for this one as well. I love the way it turned out. So that is what I did on October 6th, which was day 6 of Inktober. And then for day 7, which was Sunday, I decided to do a quote for The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. This is also one of my favorite books I have read this year. It is part of the Name of the Wind series, and I did this a long time ago, but I drew this a while back when I finished this book in a coffee shop. And then on the inside, I decided to do a quote. That's what it looks like, but it basically says, "There are 3 things all wise men fear: the sea and storm, a night with no moon, and the anger of a gentle man." If you read this book, you understand where this quote comes from. But yeah, so I did that for day 7, and then for day 8, which is Monday today, I did the Dragon Pilot. I watched the first episode yesterday. This is a Netflix original show, and I loved it so much. Like, I love the concept. It is like a combination of Transformers, Voltron, and like any other dragon concept out there, and I love dragons so much. I grew up with dragon tales, and just like I read an amazing dragon series back a long time ago, and I just fall in love with the idea and concept of dragons. I'm obsessed. And also the Dragon Prince is another favorite show of mine, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love this show just as much. But I just did a simple watercolor. This is not exactly what the dragon's color is, but I just did some simple patterns, used some watercolor to give a background, wrote the dragon pilot, and just drew the dragon in that show. I love this. Since it's going to be day 9 tomorrow, I actually am not going to have any time to draw, so I decided to do it ahead of time, and I might as well just show it to you guys now. The next quote I did was actually from An Ember in the Ashes, but I'm just showing you this book. This is A Torch Against the Night. This is by Sabaa Tahir. The first book is An Ember in the Ashes, and the quote I'm going to show to you guys is from that book. I'm just holding up this book because I grabbed the wrong one for some reason. So I decided to do this quote. So this is what it looks like. It says, "Fear is your enemy if you only allow it to be." I love this quote. There's a lot of meaning behind it. If you read the book, there's a lot of meaning behind why this is said to a certain person, and I love it. I used red because the book is red, and even though this is the wrong book I'm holding up, this goes with the series very, very, very well. So yeah, that is what I did for tomorrow. I'm gonna be posting that, and this is actually like my quote / hand lettering book, so I'm just gonna do a little tour because might as well show some more art, right? So I got this from Daiso, or actually my friend Avery bought this for me from Daiso, and she gave it to me as a gift. Love it. Thank you, Avery, if you're watching this. So here is Calcifer, Starfire. This is Klein from Sword Art Online. I love that show so much. This is a quote from The Nightingale by Kirsten Hanna. This is such a good historical fiction novel. It says, if love is a disease, I suppose I'm infected. And this is a quote from Lola and the Boy Next Door. It says, and if I'm the stars, Cricket Bell is entire galaxies. I love the black and then the white pen outline. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite. And this is a quote from Laura Jean from To All the Boys I Loved Before. I love this. When I read this back in the day, I made this quote because I just loved it so much. So it says, what must it be like to have a boy like you so much he cries for you? Ah, love it. Okay. This is a quote from Gandhi. Oh my gosh, the glare is just not working. Okay, I'm sorry guys. The future depends on what you do today by Gandhi. This is a poet from Instagram that I found. It says, love at the best of times is accidental by FD Soul. So yeah, this is like my quote hand lettering / character journal that I love to use. I need to draw in this more often, but I've just been using my mixed media journal more often. So yeah, that is it for my update, and I will see you guys soon for another update on some art. What's up? Okay, so we're getting a lot of questions about like time management, like how do you balance your time and not totally freak out, like everyone, so it is October 13, Saturday, and I have not updated you in a really long time just because I have been so busy. So I decided that since I am going to work soon, I'm going to just sit down and chat, but I'm just going to sit down and chat while I do my makeup and just talk about with what's going on in my college life for me to look back on, and for anyone who's out there who's also in college and is concerned with time management and wanting to do what they want to do. So I'm just gonna ramble on. I hope it's not too long, but we'll see. So basically, for the last couple of weeks, I have been super busy because of school and in terms of my academics, just studying. I realized that the fact that I incorporated YouTube with my life this month, I don't want to say it's a bad decision, but I should have been a lot more disciplined in what I am doing with my time, because the first day of Inktober, I think I took too much time making an art piece for just one day, and it totally set me back. I should have been studying, and as much as I wanted to study, my head was like, okay, Inktober. Because this time around my life, I have realized that I really need to prioritize myself when it comes to making YouTube videos, because for the past 3 to 4 years, I always kept telling myself, like, I should do YouTube and I should be consistent with uploading, because I really do want to put out content out there, and it is something I have been doing since like freshman year of high school. And that time, back then, I had so much time, but now it's very sparse, and so I really wanted to try my hardest to do that. And so this is the first time I've actually been serious about it, and I'm still gonna commit to doing Inktober and reading vlogs and just trying to put up videos, but it is so hard, especially the fact that I know I was taking a super hard class this quarter. I didn't prepare myself, and I am kind of behind on my classes, but I still want to prioritize this as well. So it's just so hard to find that balance, in addition to going out with friends, going to the gym, going to work, and just getting enough sleep, and just trying to find time in between certain areas. And so it's very difficult, and as much as I want to make a content out there, I know that I have other priorities, but yet again, like, I think about how much I want to continue, like, not a career in YouTube, but I guess like be a part of a bigger community and go to events and just all this stuff. I really do want to participate in that, and without uploading videos and putting myself out there, how can I achieve that? So that is something I want to set as like a long-term goal, but as of right now, it's just so difficult, and I'm like so stressed because I want to do so many things, but I do have to remember to do the priorities, which is being a student first, doing my daily task, and then putting the second in a way. But yeah, but I've actually been doing good. I haven't been socializing to the point where I'm super imbalanced, because that was a mistake way back before, where I would just keep hanging out with people and I just didn't have time for myself. So I'm doing better at that. I am doing better at like trying to put myself to go to the gym. Actually did skip my Pilates class, or two classes of Pilates this week, because I did have a test, but I was so confident and very excited that I aced that test, because I just knew all the answers, and I hope I did really well, but I don't know the results. It's for another psych class, but I do have a paper to write, and I do have an exam coming up. And then I have some news that my cousins are actually going to be coming over on Sunday, which is tomorrow, so I don't know how I'm going to be, whether I'm going to allow myself to hang out with them or just go out and study, because they are a distraction, not in like a bad way, but when my cousins are over, I want to spend as much time with them, but at the same time I know I have other stuff to do. So it's wild being like a student and like trying to achieve something, but I think it's all about drive, motivation, and your hard work into what you want to do. I'm sorry if I keep rambling and I just am not going like a linear direction with this conversation, but I think the more I talk, the more true it is and the more I realize it. and the more like I fully understand my intentions and who I want to become. Other than that, Inktober, I have been doing very well with that. I'm not being as articulate and technical with my pieces just because they're all book quotes and stuff. I know I said I'm going to show it later, but I'll just show a couple now. So like, just for example, like these quotes, they're just not as nice as I want them to be. I feel like I'm just laying down letters on a piece of paper and being super comfortable with the type of hand lettering I'm doing. Like, I could be doing so much more, and I'm not taking the time to do that to look for inspiration. But I remind myself, like, Inktober is all about just trying to draw, stay creative, and get back into the art world slowly, progressively, and consistently. So things like that, just like those mentalities, it's so important to have. And I think that if you're someone like me who is somewhere in the same field of like art, school, academics, working out, or reading, I think it's really important to remind yourself that any accomplishments, any little thing you get done, despite it not being part of your must-to-dos, but you do it for yourself, is a huge accomplishment for your soul, for your self-care, and just to like keep yourself going. And I've been trying to find a way to save up for a camera without having to sacrifice my quality time with some friends, because lately I have a friend named Michelle who is down to watch movies with me. We went to go to our local cinema to watch Aliens, which is referenced in Infinity War and in Stranger Things, and yeah, I was so happy to have watched that with her like after class, and it was like a $5 Tuesday classic night at our theater, and we got to watch it, and I was just, it makes me so happy being able to be at the theater despite having to pay all the time. I think the money put into your experience is so much more worth it. I think movies that I've watched in theaters stay with me so much more compared to when I just watch it like on my laptop or at home, and so I have no regrets. So in a way, like I know that I'm going to be spending a lot of money on movies, but I know that movies are such a huge passion of mine, and I love talking about it. There's no way that I can't not go. So I'm trying to find a way of how to balance things like eating out with some old friends and watching movies while still maintaining a proper budget. And I still haven't had the time to sit down and look at my bank account. So yeah, that's like a issue in itself. So I think that's all I have to say. Like, I'm so sorry if that did not make any sense whatsoever, but honestly, it's just a simple ramble. It's basically just a simple ramble of me trying to figure out with what I want to do, and I just hope that like whatever I said probably relates to you in some way, and it's just a reminder to you're doing the best that you could do. And another thing too, I really want to get into zero waste and be more engaged and more aware of what I'm doing, buying, using. But it's so hard because I know my priority right now is Inktober and just coming home and chillaxing, and I don't know, just so many things, like academics too. So it's so hard to be distracted with all the extracurricular stuff that I want to do, like zero waste and movies and everything else. And there's so many things I want to do, but I know I can't do it now. But I don't know what I could do, what little steps I could do to get there. I'm just very eager for the future, and I'm very eager to get older and be able to like travel. Like, I want to travel, go to film festivals, and I want to do seminars and teach people how to do zero waste and open up like my own little museums and make art and just so much more. And it's really hard. So I keep saying it's really hard. It's really hard in terms of like progressing or like making way for the future, but yeah, I don't know what way to explain it. I'm sorry, I apologize for always saying it's very hard, but it really is. Life is difficult, but it comes with so much joy and wonder, and yeah. I'm just rambling on, which is... okay, see you soon.
When I feel what I feel, sometimes it's hard to tell you so. You may not be in the mood to learn what you think. everything.